by the light of the silvery computer screen. Oh, no, it's gone. I thought my mole was coming back, but it's gone. That's alright. I used to have a mole and my nose got cut off. Still a bit of a lumpy nose, isn't it? Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just feel like everyone's receiving my Facebook well. Like, I know it's a bit controversial, but I care about people. I like people to be safe and happy. And, I'm still old enough to get married, like, a very caring person, very funny, silly at times, but I'll grow out of that. But, yeah, look, there are two kingdoms on earth, the human one and the animal one, and the human one's moved up a chain, and if you haven't kept up, you get caught behind the animal one. Like, sounds silly, but that's kind of how the world works with evolution and change and that. And it's not like it's something that you've done wrong or something, or it's just change has happened, and you've been caught behind, you've been caught up in maybe bad thoughts, thinking of sort of trying to rule the world or trying to hurt other people or trying to manipulate others or steal, and the spirit punishes people like that to go back and sort of learn those lessons again, not to be harmful, but yeah, that's just my take on it. If I find my bride or my wife or whoever starts off my love life, my love interest, so I'm sort of, I'm still trying to find someone. I haven't given up. But, yeah, love life these days is quite complex. I think it's not just simply marry someone and have kids. Sometimes, it involves a whole different cosmos of relationships and than what you're used to being single, which is usually just hanging around and doing stuff, and being married, you can develop into a totally sort of almost a different sort of character, I suppose. But yeah, I just look forward to that if I can find someone to sort of get that ball rolling. I know it's a bit late starting when you're 46, but I'm still the same as when I was young. I just got a bit of grey hair. My body suffered a bit, but I'm sure it will spring back to good health when. Not good health, good form. That's all it's lacking, a bit of form, really. I'm pretty good otherwise. Yeah, you got to get sort of work happening and stuff, which I'm doing. I'm studying and I'm doing a bit of on cue, trying to get into that. Doing small roles in films and stuff, but I haven't got my photo shoot done yet. So I got to get my hair cut and have a shave and put my face cream on. But have to cover up the tattoo. Actually, I got to show it for the photo shoot, I think. So I got to wear a singlet or something. I have to get a singlet. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a sexual, sort of sexy, more natural body than just sort of out of form. I don't like being out of form. It's like being scrunched up. You just want to go into like a Superman. That's how I feel like sometimes. I just want to explode into a Superman and fly away. So cramped up. Hopefully I meet someone who gets me closer to feeling like that and feeling like the person I like to feel like, like to be. lets me express my heart with people and my wife and my kids, and still would like to have some kids. Yeah, it depends, how I go working and or how my finances are really. Maybe I meet a lady who really helps me with that because I still struggle with that side of things. I think secretly I'm royalty. I don't really have the desire to get money. I just feel like it's there already because I have royal blood. It goes back to Robert the Bruce, so I'm sort of a Scottish royal. Which is funny because the girl I really loved was Scottish too, but we didn't fall in love because she was a bit young and I didn't feel like she was, but other people were just down on the whole idea, and she probably wasn't too interested because I wasn't well. But she was so happy to see me. She just would explode with happiness, and I really would love to see her again one day. Just really ask her, what went through her mind back then. Maybe, like, yeah, I always wondered how she really felt, if she did feel any, because I wrote at least music for her and gave that to her, and I never really heard back if she really liked it or not. Or in the end, I sort of just felt like I was imposing. I just left, and yeah, I don't know. I wasn't very well back then. Like, I was suffering enlightenment. I was really in fear when I met her, and wasn't a good way to meet someone you really wanted to fall in love and marry. And yeah, discovering she was like, seeing photos of her, she looks like my twin sister or something. Like, I couldn't get my head around who she was, and I sort of thought maybe just like a spiritual soulmate. We share the same sort of blueprint or something. Maybe people share the same blueprint, or maybe she's a distant relative, being Scottish or something, like a distant, fifth cousin or something. In certain photos we looked almost identical in some ways. Then I started worrying maybe someone stole my sperm. She was my bloody daughter. The imagination goes. We had the same but opposite characteristics. We're perfect opposites. Except, of course, for my situation, I'd fallen into taking that drug at the rave party, and someone telling me I was dead, and then I was like, bang! I felt like I'd suffered enlightenment instead of love. I feel like I should have met my soulmate when I was about 12, when I really wanted someone. Everyone was sort of in my school. We were all sort of marrying each other, playing out weddings and stuff, and I was missing out. Felt like my girl wasn't there, and the other one I liked, what was her name? Kelly, yeah, I sort of kissed her in grade 3 or 4, and then she left school, and yeah, I didn't know where she went. I may not have ended up with her, but I might have had a better time of it. And Kate asked me out, got a friend to ask me out in front of her friend's boyfriend, and he made fun of me, and I said no, and I really wish I hadn't, because we wanted to do the same uni degree, and we went to Sydney together, and we were just like at each other the whole time in Sydney, like just like, she didn't like me because I'd turned her down, and she was moving on to become a model, and I was still jerking around, being a dickhead. And I think going out with Kate, I would have really turned into a really nice guy, and I would have been probably a model or actor or something. I was a tall, skinny guy, but I just needed a girlfriend to groom me up, I was a really pretty boy. I was quite a pretty boy, but I just, quite plain but pretty. I think I should have looked like a Ken doll. But I've just been through so much shit now. I was sort of more like a crumpled up Superman. And, yeah, it'd be nice to undo the creases and just stretch out a bit, stretch everything out, and just fall in love, open my heart up to the world again. I feel like I'm just, the word is sort of providing peace all the time. I don't want to be doing that all the time. I want more action in my life, I'm always looking for action, but it's not there, It's like too far away somewhere else. I can't get to it. I like to feel that action closer to home, like more activity, more things happening. Sort of trying to do it all myself, yeah. Anyway, hopefully someone sees this and they think, oh, he's all right, I'll hang out or something. It's no stress, no pressure. I'd love to just save the whole human race, though, take everyone to heaven with me, but be nice. I just don't know if we'll ever get away from that whole warfare thing. I think it will always follow us somehow. The sins of the past will just keep following us. But you never know. The other half, my wife might have a different opinion, and it sort of neutralises that idea, and we find a peaceful sort of beautiful world to live in that just ever increases with love. And I'd like to go the other way rather than space invaders and fighting Star Wars. I'd like to go the other way more, into a sort of dream world like what's that cartoon with what's it called? Gummy bears or something like that. I'd love a world like that with just kings and queens and gummy bears and characters, and the people are animals turning into people that can sort of talk, and still animals, but they're like human. They've evolved a step beyond, like we sort of come from cavemen or apes or whatever they say, or maybe dogs sort of end up dog people, and cats cat people, and have those characteristics still of being an animal, but can walk on hind legs and sort of look doggish, but maybe they do. I always think back to that picture with that dog on the toilet reading the newspaper. Anyway, I'm just downloading Adobe because I'm a student. I can get Adobe for free, which is good. I can get Photoshop and Premiere, so that's good. I can do a bit of multimedia. I don't mean to be so down on computers, but I just think all the negatives outweigh the positive, and they ends up neutral. I don't know. There's so many downsides to computers that outweigh the upside. Like, you think you're enjoying it, but then there's all these problems, and I don't know, like, they just seem like computers for the computer's sake, there's no, like your car, you don't drive your car to make another car, do you? You drive your car to get places and enjoy your sort of, your cultural sort of, take the kids to school, whatever. Computers always feel like I'm serving some kind of dead sort of being, monster thing, just serving it, and you get nothing out of it, really. You just end up back where you were. You don't ever move on. You're just stuck in front of a screen, and I don't ever seem to meet anyone on the computer, or I don't know, I keep trying. I just think one day I will, maybe someday it will become useful for something. I don't know. It looks fancy and flashy and everything, but it's a dead lump of metal, and we sit in front of it all day. And does it really have a purpose? Or is it just to serve itself? We're just becoming plebs to serve this thing. I don't like that idea. I like it to be a lot more like a broomstick or something, or a cup, something we get to use and stick away, and we can forget about it until we need it again. This thing seems to get in our face. It's like, I wouldn't say controlling us, but definitely distracting us from important things in life that we should be doing more. And it's working for, say, a small minority, but the rest of us are suffering from it, suffering addiction to our phones, and sort of having to sit around updating apps and crap all the time. And what are we actually getting out of this? I've been doing it for years. I still don't know what I'm getting out of it, really. And now I'm studying computers and engineering just to understand it. I want to understand what the fuck it's for, I don't know. Are we going to make spaceships out of this shit? Because if we do, they're going to crash and we're going to end up dead because they're just not reliable, you know. And there's hacking and scamming and I don't know. Other things don't bother me, you know. My other things, clothing, books, this electronic computer shit, I don't know. It's I'd like to just feel positive about it. I'd like to feel good about it. I'd like to enjoy it. I always feel like there's someone fucking with me on the other end of it. I try and type things into Facebook that are important to me, and then people change the words, and I feel like I'm talking to no one. You know, it's just I don't enjoy the experience that much. I'm still trying to, but is it just distracting us from our family life? I don't know. Oh well, I'm in.